have been a Halloween fan since probably the late 80s, so this is a fucking huge honor for me to have you.
Oh. What age are you?
I am 49.
49, so we just really, really close. I'm 52, so
Yeah.
was when you pointed out growing up with or listening to Halloween from the late 80s, it was like it's almost the same time for me. So
Yeah, that was I think that was a really cool era of music, like discovery in my life. You know what I mean? Like there was so much like good music, and now, especially, being a fan, like the fact that Halloween is still going, I mean, 40 plus years at this point is like, wow.
the longevity, it's stunning, huh? It's really
Yeah.
stunning. But talking about this end 80s, I mean, that was a crazy time. I have to admit,
Yeah.
um, those kind of different music. Yeah, all of this different kind of music that came on the market, like funk metal back then, like Mordred and Infectious Grooves and
Oh yeah.
whatever, and all this thrash metal. Back then, there wasn't any death metal; it was all thrash metal,
It was thrash or speed. That's what they called it. And it was, yes, you're absolutely right. Like that was like, especially you look at like early 80s when like Slayer and Metallica were really coming out, and Anthrax, and seeing, again, those
Man,
bands, seeing the glass ceilings that they have just broke and opened up for, for bands today. Like um it's awesome to see that the extreme like
metal.
metals are, I guess, maybe in my circle, they're like just so well accepted now.
Oh, okay, yeah. It becomes something suitable for a living room.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you're right. I mean, all those Bay Area metal bands like Testament, Exodus, Metallica, let alone Slayer and whatever, they set the benchmark. They exposed people to extreme metal on a commercial way, and
yeah,
that's what I really like. And then there was the following era from Halloween and all this stuff, and the extreme metal bands like Dark Angel. I was completely blown away. I mean, I'm a thrash metal head. I grew up
I,
with Malevolent Creation, Dark Angel, Death Angel, and all this stuff, man. Up
yeah,
till
that,
today, I'm into that kind of music. Hey,
yeah. So same thing, right? Like I remember my introduction to Death Angel and Death, right? Which is like, you know,
Leprosy.
oh yeah, right? Like,
That was that was my entry to the death world.
y- yeah,
Sorry for interrupting.
no, I think it's so, it's so cool. Like it's cool like having this conversation with someone of a comparable age, because like I talk to my kids, or a lot of my friends weren't really into, they were into, Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax, but then it was hard to find people who were into like Testament and Death Angel and Death, and like early Cannibal Corpse in the, you know, in the
Ah,
in the 90s. And so I don't know.
hey, let alone Napalm Death, Barney, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Man, oh man, oh man, hey.
I just
Mob
saw.
Angel, wow, fuck, hey.
Yeah, I actually just saw Napalm Death with the Melvins maybe like 2 months ago or something.
Wow. Uh,
What?
I missed them here in Switzerland. I live close to the border to Switzerland. I'm a German one, but it takes me 30 minutes to get to the club where all those cats are going to play. And or gonna play or play in general. Sorry for that, but I miss them. I really love all that hard sounding stuff. This
Yeah,
hard stuff. I'm still in love, and I still buy the new shit. It's
yeah.
but
I know. My wife goes, "You bought more records?" I'm like, I have to. Like,
yeah,
I buy it, one, because I like it. Two, I want the band to keep making music. Like if I don't buy it, who the fuck will, you
Yeah,
know?
being supportive, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, it's a it's a it's a win-win situation for the band and for you. You still have good music, you know. You
100%.
make him stay alive and create art. And oh man, yeah, hey, buying
So,
physical stuff, it's still a passion. I'm still collecting
yeah,
vinyl. I have to I have to kind of, let's take it that way, to slake this fucking crave to
yeah.
own music in a physical way. So, and I call it active music
It
listening.
that's exactly what it is, because it's an experience. Like when you put the vinyl on, I'm happy to say that I have my daughter is also a vinyl advocate. She's 18 and she's like, I'm going to clean my room. And she goes in and she puts a record on and she listens to the record and she'll clean for a little bit. And then she's like checking the packaging out. Like this is, it's absolutely active listening. But that's one of the things that I really enjoy about like Halloween, and especially like Giants and Monsters. Like the album as a whole is, it is an experience. It's not a collection of singles. It's a
Yeah.
it's fucking art.
Mm, mm,
You know what I mean? Like
mm.
eh, I really miss that. I feel like we had a lot of that in the 80s, and 90s were really veering more towards like singles, and then the 2000s everything was
Bro.
singles,
Mm, mm.
but we're maybe because of what I do, I see more like album experiences again, which is nice.
Funny talking about this, and I don't know when it was, probably 15 years ago. Phil Collins released a compilation of packed with all his number one hits, just the number one hits. Uh, it, it must be around 40, 45 number one hits, and they put it all on one compilation. And he gave an interview and he was asked what he thinks, how he feels when he listens back to all his number one hits on one compilation. And you know what? He said nothing, because because he comes from an era, he needs an album, and the songs surrounded, the songs that are the surrounding for this number one hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These
If
songs made this special song to a number one. And without these other songs, he can't do anything with his number one hit. He says, okay, it's just a piece of a picture. So
Yep.
Mona Lisa, the art, the picture, put out an eye. So here, yeah, okay, that's a piece of an eye, from a art, from a picture. So what shall I do with it? I mean, when you put it back and watch the entire art, then it makes sense.
Yeah,
And that was an interesting point he pointed out. So, man, and
it
that's,
really is. Like,
I'm with you. I need an album.
yeah. So let me ask you, like, I know people when they listen to music, they listen to it differently. But like if if you are like, oh, I'm in the mood to listen to this band, do you just grab the album and listen to it from start to finish?
Yeah, I can't put the needle just in the middle. So, even in the car, when I stop, and then I have to start the album from the beginning. So
Yeah.
then it makes a kind, it takes you on a journey, isn't it? So it takes you on a journey, and to jump on a journey just slap bang on the middle of the way, it doesn't make sense to me. I lose kind of connection to the songs.
Yep.
So it's crazy, and so that's the reason why I really love putting on a needle on a record, kick back on a sofa, have a good cool glass of wine, whatever, and listen to it closely, focused, you know. And then after 20 minutes, you have to get your fucking arse up, turn, go, move to the spin table, turn it, start again, kick back. And then after one record, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Then
Yeah.
it's done. So, and back in the day, you will find on all those old, big, mega selling records, you will just find 8 songs.
Yep.
No skippers, no fucking skippers, just hits.
Just all bangers, which is which is like, that it's, I think that obvious. That's why I think the music that I like is, it's people who, they care enough to think through everything, not only in the song, but on the album as a whole, right? Like I've listened to Giants and Monsters probably 4 or 5 times,
Wow, holy shit.
and I'm literally like, I'll tell you, Mike from Heaven Shall Burn like got this in my head. So I'm chatting with him, and he goes, "I don't want to know what you like. I want to know what you don't like on the album." And I'm like, "Oh fuck." So now like I think it's fair, right? Like
Wow.
because we can like, "Oh, this is the best thing ever. I like this solo and I like this." So I'm listening, and I'm listening through Giants and Monsters, looking for things that I don't like. And I'll be honest with you, I can't pick something out. They're like, I've been through it 4 or 5 times, and I haven't seen something that where I go, "Oh, if they would do this, or if they tried this instead, I think that might be better," or I don't like it. It is, every song is fucking epic, you
Oh,
know?
thanks.
Like,
Thanks. Thanks. That means a lot to come up with a word like epic. That wow, that makes me proud, man.
I mean, that's, to me, that's Halloween. It's a
Mm,
journey. Every song is a journey, but the album is like the whole fucking story, you know?
mm.
Um, so it just, um, I couldn't pick anything out that I don't like. I will now, right? Like, I'm sure after we talk, I'll go, "Oh, I didn't like this," but I'm like, "Fuck,"
Yeah, hey, why not? Fair enough.
but it's solid. So let me ask you, on Giants and Monsters, is there a part in the album that you prefer to play more than others? Like, maybe it's a song, or maybe it's just a part in a song that you like to play more than the other parts?
Mm, it's a cool question, man. Haven't thought about this. Um, I mean, what I really enjoyed, okay, what I really enjoyed recording was the song, this kind of groove of Hands of God.
Yeah.
And I mean, um, let me say something. For this album, uh, we gave all, really. Our longtime producer, me, we put our heads together in order to what could we do differently to the previous album. And so we came up with, okay, rather than stick to the right feel, not only the right feel, what about give every song the perfect drum sound, you know? And it was like, okay, that ended up in, we brought tons of drum kits into the studio and we used them all. We used them all. For example, for most of the songs, I recorded 3 different versions. Three A metal version, so I set up a heavy metal drum kit. Then I set up a rock drum kit that forced me to play more rockish, so more unarmed, kind of unarmed compared to the metal.
Yeah.
Even sound wise, it's completely different to metal drum kit, a rock drum kit, and then we set up a big arena drum kit. Means a big arena drum kit. We brought in a big fucking bass drum 28-inch. So we squeezed it into my drum rack. So uh, to make it happen, so I had to skip two toms. So, and for me, and that was me with a leftover of 3 toms, a single pedal, and I had to play something I haven't played before. I mean, a single pedal, 3 toms. It was like, what the fuck is going on? That forced me to play even more focused and more detailed, and that made me to let the songs more breathe. And for example, at the end of the day, we had a song, 3 different versions, so we were able to listening back and decide what happens with the song, if it's more metal or if it's more rockish, or when it sounds more stage, big arena stage. So that gave a song a completely different direction.
Yeah.
So, and we were able to give the song the perfect face. And that's the reason why, for example, you hear on this new record 3 different drum sounds. It's not just one drum sound for the entire record. That would be too tedious. That's bar
What
again. It sounds great.
e- with 3 different drum sets, it really opens up, I think, the depth of the album as a whole too, right? Because if to me, I would think that it forces you guys, just like you said, like the song, it has a different life with a different kit.
Yeah,
So it forces you guys to think about it in a different like mindset. Like,
yeah,
oh, with that, well, shit, maybe we can do this now.
yeah.
Um, which is really it's it's really fucking cool that you did that, right? Because I one of the things I always look for with an artist or a band, especially a band that's been around, 40 plus years like Helloween is I want them, I wonder if they're still like challenging themselves with the music, right? Sometimes you can listen to an artist that's been around and you go, "Oh, this whole album they just phoned in,"
Mm, yeah, yeah,
and just hearing you talk about it, if I would have not listened to the record, I'm like, they didn't phone this one in. Like this is we're giving it our all. Let's see what we can do.
yeah. And yeah, we kind of this time I have the feel the entire band for this recording, and we were more after this kind of being an artist and being creative and create art. It's not music. So I have a new metal song, I have a new blah blah blah. No, create it. And now getting back to this Hand of God thing. So I recorded for Hand of God 3 versions, and Sasha, the songwriter, wasn't quite happy. He went for he picked out the big arena version, but he wasn't quite happy with it, feeling wise, not sound wise, feeling wise. And I was like, so okay, what could I do? I mean, I was completely on the edge, and so I was really close to call a studio drummer, you know, because so my ability, I quite versatile, but somehow I couldn't quite get his ideas or what he was after. And Charlie and I, we were listening to the version we recorded, and all of a sudden a certain spark ignited a fire. And I said, hey, Charlie, turn the microphones on. I have a fucking great idea, man. So we created a drum loop rather than playing to a click track, cling, clong, clong. I created a loop, a drum loop. And to create this drum loop, we recorded different layers. So we started, for example, I was, um, I was like doing a brush thing on a surface. I wished a surface with my hands that gave a certain sound, so like a shaker thing that you
Yeah.
can hear in the background. This then I was bumping with my elbows on a table, with my feet on the floor. I added a little bass drum on, and so on. And after a couple of layers, so we put yeah, we created this nice sounding, humanized drum loop. So, and we looped it, of course. And then I started from the scratch, and then I played to this shaky drum loop. But all of the sudden, it gave this song a completely different new way, a complete different way. It was completely new, and the complete new way gave it a complete new face. And Sasha was completely happy about it, and we were like, "Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting." So create art to in order to let it sound whatever it was, and it's hard to describe what happened back then. It was magic. It was art. It was a yeah. I don't know, but
It
I
it
think
was all the pieces of the puzzle coming together.
probably the piece came together, and I really enjoyed myself playing and recording that kind of drum groove. You know, I'm a metalhead. I like double bass drums. Yeah, yeah, bam, bam, bam. But it's a cool question, and that brings me to this song because I have good memory about this recording day, and that's the difference to the other grooves. It doesn't mean that the other grooves are shit as hell, you know. No,
Right.
but it was a kind of a standout moment, and this don't the gant that's more this kind of Toto, you know, the band Toto, the
Yep.
Jeff Porcaro thing. I had more this kind of Jeff Porcaro in my head, this heavy sounding Jeff Porcaro thing, and I was flooding with this self-created drum loop, and hey, I'm really fucking proud on it. So
Yeah,
we were quite creative.
it reminds me of like Paul Simon's Graceland, right? Like
Same.
how fucking cool to do something like that, that first to have the idea, ooh, I can do these things and make these sounds, and then to bring it to life. Like those are the special moments, like especially creating an album that you tell the story and someone goes, "Oh, I didn't even like it didn't register," especially today with where everything's so digital.
Digital sucks. It's a good
Yeah,
thing. It's a good thing. I mean, music does what it's been doing all all day or ever since evolving, you know,
yeah.
and the world evolves and technical advantages, whatever. You can't you can't stop it. You have to move with it, and I really like it. But I will never forget where I come from.
You
Create art with your hands, listening to music actively. So, and having this knowledge in my package and this experience in my package, it makes it easy to deal with with the new technical what do you want to call it?
all the
Yeah,
technology, like all of
yeah,
that,
that
like
comes.
it,
Yeah, yeah,
it's it as nice as technology is
yeah,
for the accessibility, there to me there doesn't it doesn't match sitting down and figuring out how to do it without pressing a button on a computer. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, I want to make a cool sound. What do you do? I did, oh, years ago, it's probably 30 years ago. I had one of the little like Tascam 4 tracks.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, like you
Welcome
record
to
it.
our age.
Yeah. So it just sat in my room, and I got so bored. I was like, I just want to create something weird as hell. So I ended up plugging my microphone um into my pedal board instead of the guitar, and just started making all these weird sounds. And it turned out, in my mind, it turned out fucking incredible. And I never did anything with it, but
Oh,
just to like challenge yourself and do those things, I think is it's special,
yeah,
you
being
know?
creative. I mean,
Yeah.
creative, sitting there, uh, a spark ignites something. Okay, go for it. Check it out. I mean,
Worst thing that happens, you've got it for another thing and it doesn't work here.
yeah, and it makes it makes life colorful rather than stick to tedious uh lame habit or whatever. So pimp it up, be creative, and that's what we did with Giants and Monsters, and even the boys were uh let's put it that way, we somehow, the egos are gone, the dragons killed. So we finally can focus on what we really love doing, is to play and create Halloween music. And for example, I remember this day where Andy came to the studio and presented the new his new baby he penned, the Giants on the Run, Giants on the Run,
The opening track. Yeah.
and right at the moment the song was finished, Kai came up like, "Okay, hey, I've got hey, great song. It prompted something. I have a great idea for a super C part, whatever." And I was like, "Oh, that's not a good idea to let another to come up with an idea for another song of another songwriter. I've been with the band for such a long time. I know that's not good. That's not. Oh no, no." And Andy, all of a sudden, "Hey, yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, put it in there. And what about take over the lead vocals?" So when you listen to this song in the slapping in the middle of the song, you will find this breakdown part where all of a sudden Kai starts singing, and Kai starts to sing, and that's the part. And this moment opened a gate, opened the door for the entire band. All of a sudden, the songwriters among each other were swapping ideas, were jumping in this song, jumping in that song, and then and this ignites a certain fire. Even during the drum recording process, I could feel that this time something's different to the previous times, and it gave a certain vibe. And our longtime producer Charlie, I don't know how he did it, but he he was so meticulous. He was almost pedantic to capture that vibe, because he's been with the band for 25 years from Dark Ride on, and so even for him it was a special moment, and he felt it, and he made it to capture it. And hopefully the fans, when they listen to it, get gets moved by this certain vibe, or they realize that something's different. Yeah, hey, we put in a lot of art, a lot of effort to make it sound a bit stand out.
It's like
Yeah.
it was like a seems to me, as an outsider, that you guys had this magic in the studio that was just, instead of, oh, here is the song, we're going to do this, everyone was very collaborative and creative, right? Like, let's push ourselves, let's really see, you know, where we can take this journey. And I think, as a longtime Halloween fan, like, this is it's got to be one of my favorite Halloween
Oh
albums.
man, thank you for this compliment. That's a compliment. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. And talking about this collaborative thing, indeed, um, there were moments where, I mean, even though we record remote, I mean, Andy and the vocals gets recorded, always get recorded on Tenerife. Kai records his guitars in his own studio. I have my preferred studio and whatever. Even though even though we recorded this album in a remote situation, we somehow managed it to keep this flame burning, this special burning. Do I get cross?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that I mean it's hard. I think it's really hard to do for a band, especially after, so many years. I mean,
yeah.
after 40 years together,
Plus.
you go, okay, I think we've done about everything.
Uh, And yeah, but man, I joined the band 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and still today, this fucking or we fucking old farts of to me, I still can see, especially in Vikey's eyes, I can see this passion and this dedication towards his baby, his music,
Yeah.
Halloween. You know, he still enjoys creating Halloween's art. So do Andy, so do Marcus, so Kai, of course. I mean, and Sasha, let alone Sasha, he brings in his special vibe, and together we are so strong. And I mean, we are seven so different characters. We are so differently, but together, kind of united. Um, we create something really special, even live. Always when I watch a video, live video, bootleg, whatever, on YouTube, I always think, man, we're not able to play a show perfectly. We mess it up all time long, but we bring a certain vibe and a certain energy on stage that overwhelms the spectators, the fans, whatever you want to call them, and that makes me proud. And this time, talking about Giants and Monsters, somehow due to all the things that happened that I pointed out and was talking about in this interview, due to that, Charlie made it happen to capture it on this album. And yeah, hopefully the fans will feel it and like it as much as we do. So
I think that they will. I wholeheartedly believe that they will. And it's, a live show isn't, to me, on either side, it's not about the band playing everything perfectly. Because
no.
if you did that every time, like I can listen to the album, you know what I mean? Like I want the live experience. I do, because I'm such a fucking nerd. I like watch all the different, and I try to pick up where the mistakes happen. And sometimes I can and sometimes I can't, but every show is a different live experience, you know?
Yeah, and it's and every show is hosted by human beings,
Yep.
and I'm not at the same state of mind all day long, all day long, every day. So there are good days, there are bad days, and there are special days. And you always try to give your really best and to make the best out of it. But yeah, sometimes you go on stage and you feel, or you think, what the hell is going on? What's
Right.
different? Something's going, and your drum tank watches at you, all good? What the hell are you doing? And you're like, and I'm like, I have no fucking clue. Something I feel like I have two left hands. I mean, what's different? Yeah, hey, just keep going, keep going. The end is near.
We'll
Yeah,
get through it. Like, yeah,
yeah, you have to get through it, you have to make it. And at the end of the day, as soon as you see the fans going crazy, hey, all good, all good. That's what it is about, to give other people with your energy, with your art, a good time. Yeah,
yeah,
now we are at the beginning of our interview. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
that's exactly it, right? And
that's
the funniest thing is those shows where you guys feel like, man, I was way off. This was a terrible show. The fans go, man, that was such a great show. I think it was the best time I've ever seen you. And you're like, really?
yeah, yeah. You were so tight. What? But vice versa, you sometimes you go off stage and think you rocked, and all of a sudden, what the hell was wrong?
Yeah,
And you're like, man, I played the show of my life. No, you're not. Listening back to the recordings, I mean, we record every show, yeah, audio wise, and listening back to the tracks, uh, was it really me?
yeah,
So. Yeah, hey, it's intriguing. It's tricks. It always tricks you. You always tricks yourself. You trick yourself. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a funny thing. But it makes it. Yeah, we're still human being, and it makes every show. It makes it a kind of intimate and stand out and really unique. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
and
That's the, that it's like that magic in the studio that you were just talking about. It's the same thing live, when I honest to God, I couldn't tell you how many concerts I go to. So many. Um, Matter of fact, I got one tonight.
really,
Oh yeah. Just some local bands, but you know, I try to go to like 3 or 4 shows a week. Uh,
okay, a week,
yeah,
really.
yeah.
Okay.
How crazy is that? But it's, everyone is unique and they're all different, right? Like sometimes you've got the really epic like Swedish metal, and sometimes it's a little hardcore band. And to see, I think the fans' reaction for me is the really cool thing.
Yeah.
Just watching fans. I went to a festival probably 2 weeks ago, um, 3 weeks ago, something. It was 3 days. It's called the Post Festival, so it's a lot of like post rock. And I I watched the bands because the bands were incredible, but I watched the fans too. And in my mind, this was this is what I look for when I go to a live show. I look for a community that is going to let you enjoy the music the way you want to enjoy it. So if you want to sing, you can sing right along with them. If you want to dance, you can dance your heart away. And if you're dancing, people make room for you. And if you're singing, people will sing right along with you. And there might be someone crying, and you know,
Yeah.
there,
Hey,
there's no judgment. There's no judgment anywhere. We're all there to enjoy the music. And there is no feeling better than that in the world.
yeah. Let the music work on you. You know what I mean? Let
Yeah.
it soak it in, and let you react. That's the truth. And I mean, nothing's better than this, especially for me as a member of a band who creates art. I mean, the reaction of the fans, whatever it would be, that's the most real deal, you know. To
Yeah.
go get your baby pulled to bits by the critics, yeah, hey, we are used to it. But if you can see people, or if you see that people get moved, you know what I touched or moved by what you do, man, that's something really special.
It
And
is.
that's the real deal to me. That's the truth. That's the truth. Not a critic thing. Yeah, not the opinion of a critics. Rather, no, it's yeah, having the real reaction of the fans. That means to me, that's the truth.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I think to to any creative, that in my mind, right, that's where it should be. It shouldn't be this guy who gets paid to write an article for a newspaper that says, oh, this is complete shit, I'm giving it 3 tomatoes out of 5 or whatever. Like it's the people who are there listening, and you can see them, just you see the emotion overcome them. Like, hell yeah.
that's magic, man. I remember the day. I remember a festival. I was at the front of house in this little tent, open air, this little tent where the desks are stocking, where the desks are set up. Sorry, and so I was there enjoying Journey. Journey was headlining the band Journey, and they were playing, and next to me was Mr. Rindt of Sacred Reich. You know Sacred Reich, the
Yes,
thrash
yes, I
metal.
know Sacred
I
Reich. Yeah.
think I think the singer's called Rindt or the Rind or whatever.
Uh, yeah. Hold on. I think it's rhyme.
Rind. I don't know how to
Yeah.
pronounce it, but he was next to me, and all of a sudden he started crying, man, like a baby, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm close to too," but wow, that was a magic moment. I thought, "Hey, man." Thrash metal heads all over. Johnny starts to play a ballad, whatever it was, and bam, we are just human beings. And this miracle that tones and rhythms, and melodies and harmonies can move you on a certain way, in a certain way, to a certain way, whatever. Oh,
It is.
that's magic. That's music, man.
It absolutely. To me, music is the great unifier. You
Yeah,
know,
unifier. That's a good expression, man. Yeah, unifier. Unified
there's
by fire.
yeah, we're so like we're so divided with everything in the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's why I go to so many concerts. Like I go because I don't, I spend my day like with these walls up with people that I see. Like I don't want to talk to you because whatever, and I know you're judging me because I've got a weird heavy metal shirt on or, I've got tattoos or whatever it is, So I go to a
Oh yeah.
show and I'm just I'm the guy back on the wall enjoying the music. Like no one gives a shit. Like this is what we want. We can have conversations when the band's not playing. And I've my wife, when we first started dating, she thought, I'm like, I go to a lot of concerts. I need you to know that. You're welcome to go with me, but understand when I go, I'm really there for the music. If the band is playing, I don't want to talk to anyone. So she goes to a show. We went to go see Fishbone,
Oh yeah.
and I'm watching and she's having a conversation and I'm like, "Hey, like I'm sorry. Fishbone's playing. I just want to watch the band." And she got mad at me and she left.
No shit.
Yeah. So after that show, she goes, I honestly thought you were going to shows to pick up girls. And what I realized is like you really go to shows because you like the music. And if you talk to people, you talk to someone who you think has a cool shirt on. So you guys connect over that shirt or they like your shirt. I'm like, yeah, like I'll make friends. I don't give a like I'm not there for any other reason than the music. That's all. And she goes, okay, cool. I don't ever want to go to another show with you again. I'm like, whatever.
She never did.
No, she does. Like she still goes to shows with me, but it was like,
Okay. Yeah, but that proves that you're yeah, that proves your passion and your dedication towards something really special.
yeah.
Music, art.
Well, it's, I I can appreciate it. I'm a terrible guitar player, but man, I can appreciate when someone knows how to play. So let me ask you this: what live shows do you all have coming up?
Okay, we start our world tour for this anniversary in October here in Europe. And that brings us to the end of November. Then we go over to Asia, to Indonesia for a couple of shows. So Asia, whatever, um, just 3, 4 shows, not more. And then we are going to have a break. And in April or May, I'm not quite sure. We come over to US. We do the North America, Canada, US, and then we go over to Japan, a short stint in Japan. Then we will find ourselves in the festival season. So, and at the end of 26, something like this, we come back to America, but for the South America part of America. And then we go over to the festival season, whatever. I mean, it's planned to expand this tour a bit to the mid of 27, or we will see what happens. Because it takes a lot, it takes a lot of time, money, and whatever to get this Helloween live machine running. And when it runs, never stop it. So why not? I mean, it's the 40th anniversary tour, and when people are around the world happy to see us and give us the possibility to do more shows, why not? Why shouldn't we give in? And so, but I think at the beginning of 27, this tour will find its end, maybe or not. Don't take me too seriously, but that's the plans for so far. And maybe we do another album, because the boys still penning and penning new songs, and however they do it, I have no idea. So we are right at the moment, we are preparing for the upcoming tour. We started the preparations in June, and yeah, and at the beginning of October, the tour starts here in Europe and will bring us, or it's going to bring us around the world once
Yeah,
again. And
that's that's impressive. Like, to hit so many places. Holy shit, especially like in these current weird times,
yeah,
like
yeah. It's always tricky to travel around, and it's something different to as it was when I kicked off my career. Meanwhile, well, the world has changed dramatically. So traveling, or to travel around the world, isn't as easy as it was at the beginning. So all this security stuff and X-ray, and don't do it there. You are always you have always to let regulations work on you. And for me, as a heavy metal fan, I never. I'm used to not let peer pressure work on me. So why regulations? So
right.
that was the way that that brought me here. I mean, yeah,
They're like, sir, you've been randomly selected. You're like, oh shit, not again. Like, I don't want to.
yeah. You're
Damn.
selected. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thumbs up. Trousers down. Bend over, bitch. Vaseline or not? Yeah, do it. Try.
Just, oh God. Okay. So when
Hey,
you come to North America, we'll have to connect, dude. I'll have to take you to some like record stores and
yeah, hey, feel free to drop our promotional department. I guess you got the address, because we are connected to you to this email, whatever.
yep,
Feel free to drop a line with an information that we are fancy catching up with each other in order to messing around the vinyl world in your country. And just, hey, feel free to drop a line. I will remember, and hopefully we can make it to catch up, man.
for sure. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you all back over here and performing.
Where are you based? Sorry.
I live in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. Okay. We'll keep an eye on the tour plan when it's released, and where we are in your era. So maybe
Yeah,
that would be fun, to wasting or strolling through the vinyl, secondhand vinyl stuff, or used vinyl stuff, whatever you call it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm always in.
That is the best thing in the world to just go through and like, oh, look what I found. Yeah.
Man, I can tell you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Danny,
Hey,
thank
Tom.
you.
Tom, thank you for this wonderful interview. It's my last for today. And so you made my evening, so to say, because in Germany, Switzerland, we always pushing the night,
Yeah,
the afternoon. And hey, thanks. I had a lot of fun talking with you. Really,
me
a
too.
lot of fun. It was just easy and quite packed with information and feelings and emotions and art talking, whatever. I had a lot of fun. I will keep your memory, man. I will have good memory about this interview.
Yeah, me too. I absolutely enjoyed it. I loved how also how easy flowing it was. You know, it
Yeah,
wasn't like, okay, this question and this question and this question. It was like, let's just fucking chat.
yeah,
Okay, you know.
man.
Yes. So
You made
Danny, now you made my day. I'm more more appreciative than I can express to you. So thank you for that and thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks for asking. Thanks for being there, man. Take
Hell
good
yeah.
care and say hi
Have,
to your wife.
I absolutely will. Have a great evening.
Hey, you too, man.
Thanks.
Bye bye,
See
Tom.
ya.